Hello everyone and welcome back to our Cancer Day. Oh my God, we have been making so many different things and sharing so many different ideas for our Cancer Day today, raising money to help support the Cancel. And today is my sister's anniversary. She's been gone 24 years. It still only feels like yesterday. It's funny how you can still hear their voice, you can still hear their laugh. She had the most unique laugh. So thank you for joining me and supporting me throughout today. It's been a lot of fun. Lots of people have been popping in and out, and I know not everyone's going to be able to get on here, but don't forget 7 o'clock tonight. Okay, so we are doing one of our May bonus post out, because this was meant to be done yesterday, and I thought, okay, yesterday I had appointments, couldn't get around to doing it, and I thought, why not join it in today? Because it's a card that I think you would all love to make. It's a cute little card used with some in color designer series paper. Also, I've used one of our product of the month stamp set, which most of you would probably have if you spent your $125, and one of my favorites dies is the styling shapes, so we're using that as well. So let's come down. You can see how nervous I am with this new phone. I really don't want to lose anyone again. I don't want to lose the video again. Okay, so when you're in the post out ones, you get your little packages with each class in it. We have 12 all in all, and this has been going for 6 months since Christmas. And May is our last one because we have our Paper Pumpkin Club at the moment happening as well. So I decided to focus on that for the next 6 months and then come back to our post out. It's very hard to concentrate on everything at once. So in your post out, you always receive a little instruction sheet. It sort of tells you what you're going to need, what stamps we're using, and everything like that. So we've got our little square here that we're going to do some stamping on. We have our banners here that we can cut ourselves, or if you've got the stylish shape, you can use the stylish shape one. Sometimes I don't do the stylish shape. I just do it plain for you to decide yourself. Now we also have a little piece here which is 8 by 2, so 8 centimeters by 2, and we're going to do some scoring on that piece. So we're going to put our word piece up there, our little mechanism there, and then we've got this gorgeous designer series paper. This is got black and white on one side, it's got the in colours on the other. We've got the beautiful Calypso Coral also, and we want it to go this way this time. We want our score line at the top. So we want our card to be 29 centimeters by 10.5, scored at 14.5. So our very first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our designer series paper to the front of our card. We're also going to need our die cutting machine. Okay, you will need the big one for this. I don't think it will fit into the little one unless you've got a different die. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that this has got glue on it. And I'm going to line this up, have a little bit of a border all the way around. Okay, put this in here. Now we're going to measure. You're going to need probably a little ruler and your pencil. So I have my pencil here, and we're going to measure down 2 centimeters, so from the score line. So we're going to come down 2.2, so 2 little lines past the 2. Okay, now we're going to do it on the inside as well. Two little lines past it, and just put that, mark it down there, okay, because we need to mark it there. So this is our front. So we've got a little mark here and a little mark here, 2.2. Okay, so we're going to get our stylish shape, and we're going to get our square. Now we've already got a square in our kit. What I try to do is make sure that you can do it with dies or without dies. Okay, so you can just cut your square or you can do your dies. The same with the banner. If you wanted to use your stylish shape on your banner, you can use that on there as well, or you can just cut it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it for those that don't have dies. So you can cut this square if you don't have, you can cut it with a knife in here. Okay, with your knife, which is on your pick tool. You've got a extra knife that you can actually get with this one. Okay, so that's a really good thing. So if you come on, don't forget to say hello, don't forget to leave a comment. You need to not just like, because I'm not doing likes tonight. I'm just doing everyone that says hello, a comment for our Cancer Day. So I want you to acknowledge and say hello and where you're from. Okay, so we're going to line this up to that little mark. Okay, so we're going to line this up to that little mark. We're going to line it up pretty center. You can always, if you're one of those people that love to measure, you can measure 1.5, 1.5, 2.2 at the top. Okay, up without, oh, this is a heavy one. We need our embossing machine, and if you get stuck, you can always, if you're frightened that you're not going to cut it straight, you can always put a post-it note over it. My little tip is to bring your plate up and then bring it down and hold it, and just check that you've got it where you want it. If you feel like it's moved just a fraction, you can just change it a little bit. Okay, it's lined up to my little dot, so that's the main thing at the top. We're going to bring this through and we're going to cut this window out. Okay. Put that back down there. Okay, so now we've got this piece that has come right out. Like that. Just going to put this away in here, because if I don't, you've got it, I'll lose it, especially on my table today. Don't you just love it? Okay, so we're going to put that piece on in a minute. I'm going to show you how to do that. But before we do, we're going to stamp out. You can stamp out your rabbit, your duck, your deer, whatever you want. I'm going to do the duck, but you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to grab the duck, and also I'm going to grab the vine, I think that's what you call that, and the outline of the duck. I'm just doing the outline of the duck. You can do the colour if you want to. Oh, I'll do the colour one too. I'll do the colour. Just do a stamp off one maybe, a little bit lighter. There you go. Let's do this one. And then we also need the words, happiest birthday wishes. So we want to grab them out while they're here as well. Okay, so we've got all the ones that we want. So on here we're going to use Darling Duckling. Of course, our Darling Duckling for our duck. So I'm going to put our duck on here, ink him up. He's just so cute, this little duck. And I'm just going to put him down here. He's so cute. I've got my cleaning pad here, so all my chamois. Look at my chamois. Is it clean or is it dirty? Oh my God. It looks dirty, but it does clean your stamps. I have washed it, and believe me, when you wash it, it still works. Wash it in cold water though, because you don't want it to sweat. Okay, so let's do the image over the top, but we're going to do a little bit of a stamp off. So get my little piece of cardstock there, and we're just going to stamp off a little bit because I don't want it too dark, and then I'm just going to come up and line it up into my dark and just come in with that colour. Beautiful. Give it a clean. Who got this stamp set? Tell me in the comments. Did you get, this is the product of the month. I can't remember whether it was last month. I didn't write it on there and I should have. But it's the Notes of Spring. If you got the Notes of Spring, let me know. It's so cute. And I've used it quite a bit. And I thought it was a perfect one to use in the product of the month because it gives you the opportunity to use something that you got for $9 by placing that 125. We have got the vellum. Oh my God. Who's seen the vellum? That's this month's. Now, this one's doing a bit of bubbling. Remember I told you earlier, if it's bubbling, it's because you just might need to give it a bit of a wipe. That's better. And then come down and add your image. Beautiful. Give it a clean. If you're watching the replay later, hello and welcome. I love it when people can come on. Don't forget to tell me you're watching the replay. If you watch it before 6 o'clock tonight, get your name in here because I'll be writing down everyone's names that comment or share. Comment or share. Not so much the likes because I don't have time to go through all the likes. So you need to do either a comment or a share. Okay, so this is now going to be stuck down onto our front piece here. You can use dimensions once again if you want to. Now I am going nice and slow sort of thing so that everyone can, that's got a kit, that has got the post-out kit, can actually do it with me. So that's going to go like that. Make sure that that's sitting the right way there, which it is, because we want it up the right way. Oh, sit still. And we're going to bring this into the center. Okay. Now we're going to do the inside part. So you'll need your paper trimmer for this, and you'll need your score blade. And on this one, this little strip, this strip is 8 centimeters. Yep, 8 by 2. And you need to score it at 2 centimeters So you can score it this way, or you might want to come in from this side because it's easier to actually hold on to it on this side. So you might want to line it up to the 2, score it, and then flip it around and come into the 4, 2, 4, and then the 6. Okay, then we're going to use our bone folder. Our bone folder to score these. So we've got our 2, our 4, and our 6. Okay. Now on here, we want to line this up. This is going to go like this. Okay, so we want this on here. So we want to line up it like this. Score line, our join at the bottom, and our score line, and our score line. So we want to add a bit of glue on these 2 bottom ones here, the ones that open up. Now one of these are going to go either side to the score line, but you're going to have it sort of matching up there. And you see how that now comes into a little opening box there, like that. When you actually do it, you'll see this bit comes down like that. So it goes like that. When you actually close it, you'll see this little tab comes down like this. This little tab is going to be attached to this piece here. Okay, so we're going to glue this little tab and we're going to bring this piece and place it right back into that square. And then when you open it, you can see on the inside, it's going to be like that. Okay. So next we need to cut out and stamp out our words. So we've got our word here, and I'm going to do this in the Darling Duckling. So I'm just going to put happiness, birthday wishes. And we're going to put this onto this piece here. Now, when you're doing your own points, it's important to slip into the center, so halfway between. So this is 2 centimeters. So if you want to mark a 1 centimeter, you can. So you can sort of see, I'm going to put the lid on that before I put my finger in it. You can sort of see that's where the 1 centimeter is. So you can just come up a little and cut a little on that 1 centimeter point, and then from your point corner up to that point. Okay, so that gives you your little point. Once again, you're going to do the same on this one. You can line it up on your grid paper, you can line it up with a ruler, just mark your 1 centimetre, because this is 2 centimetres wide. You're just going to cut it on that 1 centimetre, just up a little bit, not too much, and then come in from your points up to that 1 centimetre. That's how you get your little wings if you don't have a die cut, okay? Now this one is 2.5, so I have had people say they have trouble with this, so I'm just going to give you a little tip. Just bring it over a little bit to the point. You can do this on a scrap. I'm just doing it on this. And you can sort of see that when you put that little line there, it's just going to be over the 1.5 a little bit. Okay, so you can put that little line in there if you want to. It's entirely up to you, because you're going to cut on it and you're going to cut your points up. So it's just over the 1.5 a little bit. Come back into here. And from this bit, you can actually just grab your ruler again. And you can just line this up to the point and just mark a little bit there if you want to. I'm one that eyeballs it, but I know there's a lot of people out there that love to measure things, so I'm just showing you if you want to measure. So we're going to cut this bit off, and we're going to cut this bit off. This is a great little pop-up card. It really is. It's a lovely one. So we're going to use dimensions on the back of this little one, and it's going to be a double banner. Okay, so we're going to put 3 dimensions on here. And this is going to go in between here. So you're going to line it up between here. Now the only difference between this one and the one with the die is the die has got stitching around it. This hasn't got stitching around it. And then this is just going to get glued on here. I'm going to show you the stitching one in just 1 minute. The stylish shapes is one of my favourite go-to shapes. I use it for banners, I use it for the squares, I use it for the circles, I use it for so much. So you can sort of see in this one, oh, this way, Teresa. Hi, Karen, how are you? You can see the stitching on this one. Let me just open it for you. So when you open it, it pops up. Can you see how it pops up? It pops up like this. Okay, so it can be exactly 2 centimetres up here. You don't need the 0.2 if you don't want to. The 2 centimetres will give you a straight edge like this at the join. The 2.2 gives you a little bit of just a little bit of a white pop up there as well. Okay, so you can sort of see that it pops up. Okay, it doesn't matter whichever way you want to do it. I wanted to share the both ways because some people measure 2 centimetres a little bit more down and they think I've messed it up. So this one is exactly 2 centimetres from the top on the fold. It will be, when you actually do this, you'll see on here, it'll match up pretty well, pretty close. Okay, so when you close it down like this, it's sort of matching right up to the edge. Okay, that's 2 centimetres. Now, if you do 2.2, you will see that it doesn't line up to the edge. Okay, now why did I show you that? Because I've had a lot of people, I've made this card before and a lot of people have said, mine doesn't line up properly. And this is the reason why. So today I wanted to make one that was just a little bit not right. So this one's 2.2 instead of 2. So this is the proper way, the 2. You measure your 2, because when you look at your little 2, 4, 6 little square, you can see that that's just 2 has to line up in this area here, okay? So you can sort of see from the score line, and then this one lines up over on that side. So you can see this really matches up on that score line. God, I hope I'm explaining it so you understand, okay? So if you have made a 2.2, please don't worry, because it still works. It just gives you a bigger area here, okay? It still works and it still looks beautiful with your card in here. So you can always put a white card in the inside if you want to, but because this is a light colour, you can actually write on the Chris Cantaloupe as well. Okay, but if you want to put your white card in, you'll need to do it before you put your little magnetism in there. Okay, just remember that this little magnetism needs to be up to here. So whatever it is, it needs to be the same size. So when you measure it, when you cut your frame, because sometimes your frame might move down a little bit, you can always measure from your frame edge to your fold line, and you can always make another narrow mechanism by making it 2 point. You can always add that little bit extra on, but you need to do it on each one of them. Okay, so I hope that was they still work though, please don't think that they don't work. They still work and they still look beautiful. This one I put the white inside, so you can put the white inside. This one hasn't got the white inside. They both look beautiful whichever way you want to do it. Okay, this one's right up to the top and this one's down a little bit. Some people like it down a little bit, so look, it's not here nor there, and you can always just put a little white bit down here if you want to for writing on as well. So I hope you like that little pop-out fun fold card. Let me come up. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's really cute. It's so easy. Hi, Karen. So please enjoy and give it a go. And if you do make one, always take a selfie of yourself and put it in under the comments. If you do that today, you'll get a bonus ticket into our cancer draw tonight. And we have got some free shopping for someone. So if you're into supporting, please donate to the cancer. I have got my link on most posts that are going out today. So you'll be able to click in there and go and put your donation in there. At 6 o'clock, everything will be closed off, and I'll go through and write down everyone's names, and then it will open up, the link will open up again at 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And if you donate also again or once in that time, you'll get a bonus ticket into our mystery gift. So I hope you all join me tonight at 7 for our cancer retreat. And I will see you back here at 3 o'clock for one more quick little, I'm not quite sure what we're doing at 3 o'clock. I'm going to have to go and check my list. But I wanted to get this one done. This was a throw-in one because we were meant to do this yesterday. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye for now.